Everyone, assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. So in this video I'm going to explain a creative solutions from chapter force. So the stem is a force of 200 newton is applied on an object of mass 20 kilogram. So F is given, M is given at rest. So we know that if it is at rest, the initial velocity is 0 for 10 seconds. So this is t is given. The object starts moving freely. So you see that what are the data is given. So F is 200 newton, the mass is 20 kilogram, and the initial velocity is 0 meter per second, and the time is 10 second. So what is going on here? So this is an object where an applied force 200 newton was there. So it is applied on an object, this one, which mass is actually 20 kilogram, and it was actually applied till 10 seconds. So if this t is 10 seconds, after that the object was actually moving freely. So this force was applied for 10 seconds. This is important. So now you see the data. What is the first question? What is meant by friction? We know that when a body moves or tends to moves over another body, a resistance develops between the two surfaces in contact, which is called friction. So we know the friction because this is a body is moving on a surface. So here a friction is actually developing. So this is a resistance. So it's against the velocity or the motion of the substance. So we know what is the friction. B, what is the differences between potential and kinetic energy? Think about EP, or the potential energy, and EK, the kinetic energy. What are the differences? First difference is the definition. So we know that the ability of a body to do work when its normal position or configuration is changed to other position or configuration, that is called the potential energy. And the kinetic energy is the capacity of doing work acquired by a moving body due to its motion. It's called the kinetic energy. And we know in the case of second, the equation is EP is about mgh, and secondly EK is about half mv square. And the third differences can be that if the mass is constant, the potential energy EP is directly proportional to height. So if there is more height, the potential energy would be greater. And in other case, if the mass of any object remain constant, kinetic energy of that object is directly proportional to the square of the velocity. So this EK is proportional to V square. So simply we can have three differences between the potential energy and the kinetic energy. The potential energy is about the definition, so I have already said the definition. And secondly, we can say the principle, and thirdly we can see the relations of the potential energy regarding with the height of the object, and the kinetic energy with the velocity of the object. Now think about the C number question. This is very important. The C number question says that calculate the distance covered by the object during the first 12 seconds. Interesting thing is that here 10 seconds is given. So the data that is given in the stem we know. So now think about, we need to find the acceleration, because this 10 second the force was applied to. So we know that F is equal ma. So we know that A is equal actually F divided by M. So 200 newton was applied over 20 kilogram object. So we know this is 10 meter per second square. This is the acceleration within these 10 seconds. So the distance traveled by this during 10 seconds, that would be S1, I think, ut plus half at square. Now we know that it was at rest, so u would be 0. So if it is 0, then it is 0. Half times a, I just got 10. Then half a is 10, and then t is 10 square for 10 seconds. This is 100 times 100 over 2. It would be like 500 meter, I think. Now after 10 seconds, the velocity should be that v equal u plus at. We know this is 0, so this is a is 10 over 10 is second, so this is 100 meter per second. Now you think after 10 seconds the velocity is 100 meter per second, which would be actually applied for next 2 seconds, because it was actually 10 and this is 2 seconds. So this 2 seconds, I mean, since force act on the body for 10 seconds, so after 10 seconds the body will move with constant velocity 100 meter per second. So the distance traveled in last 2 seconds is about s2 is actually vt2. So the v is 100 meter per second, that we actually just got it, and this is 2, so it would be 200 meter. So in 12 seconds it would definitely travel 500 meter plus 200 meter, which is 700 meter. This is the answer. So in 12 seconds it will actually traverse 700 meter. So this is actually answer number C. Now think about D. If after releasing the first force, another force of 10 Newton, my god, another 10 Newton is acted on object from opposite direction. So think about it. From here it is started to move 10 seconds, and then another force is acted just opposite, and this is 10 Newton. It was applied 200 Newton, and this is 10 second. Just after 10 second, another force from the opposite is acted on the object. So the question is that what will be the maximum distance of the object? Now we need to find this S1 and S2. We got this S1 previously. So now, as for opposite 10 Newton force is acting, which is negative, so the acceleration would be negative. So A prime, that is, we know that F by m. So from the second half of the data, we know that 10 Newton is working on 20 kilogram object, which is 0.5 meter per second square. This is negative. So as it is working on, so we know that the velocity after first 10 second would be v actually 100 meter per second. We know that this is after 10 seconds. So distance traveled by this first 10 second is 500 meter. So we did it from C. So the S1 in 10 second is 500 meter. Now let us suppose the body will stop after releasing the force at time t. Now think about the v is about v0 minus at, and then after t second, suppose here it will stop, so v is 0 and this v0 is actually 100. So we say this v is 0, so at is v0, so t is equal to v0 by a. So the v0 is 100 and a is 0.5. So this is negative and this is 200 second. So think about it. After 10 second, when this force was not applied but another force from the opposite direction 10 Newton is applied, so after applying the opposite force it will again travels 200 seconds on that direction. So now think about it, that how much distance the object will traverse 200 seconds. So we say that S2 is equal to actually the initial ut, and now it would be minus half a t squared because this a is negative. So now think about it. This initial velocity is 100. So 100 times 200 minus half times 0.5 times 200 square, and then if you do it you will get 10,000 meter. So after 10 seconds, when 10 Newton force from the opposite direction is working, till it will traverse more 200 seconds, and in these 200 seconds it will traverse 10,000 meter. So the total distance covered is s equal to s1 plus s2, which is 10,500 meter, and this is the answer, which is 10,500 meter. Now you think how I did it. Actually you also can do it alone, because when you understand the concept of force, this is something would be very much easy. So at first what you need to do is try to understand the stem what is given, and try to figure some sort of like a visualization, so that it would be much more easier for you to understand what's going on and which force is going on. So I have given the answer A, B, C and D, and this is the process. And at last we did it, that if a 10 Newton force is acted on the object from the opposite direction, the maximum distance would be 500 plus 10,000. This 500 was get from these equations, which is previously we did it earlier. So I hope you understand. If you have any problem, please let me know in the comment section, and if you have any sort of other feedback, do let me know in the comment section. I will definitely try to answer it properly, and I am coming up with another type of questions based on this chapter. So keep watching this tutorial and take care, stay well, study well. See you on the next video. Bye.